In a universe flooded with the conventional, one group keeps the brewing spirit alive. The propaganda of PauperRBust.
Thank you to Casio Machado for that song. A couple years ago, they made a custom intro song for us, so I re-edited it and all that good stuff. Nothing new to you old timers out there, but if you're newly initiated, it is. So, speaking of, I guess, old ideas, this is one of my favorite blue aggro lists. I haven't played it in over a year, and I haven't done too much to it. I've simplified it and fine-tuned it a little bit, as is always the case. We have 17 islands in this. It's labeled Blue Blitz. We have 4 Delvers, 4 Spellfists, the Sky Theater Strix. You're seeing a theme here. And the Infiltrator. Again, old Baldy here loves evasion so much. I'm going Shadow, Flying, and in the case of the Spellfist, you just can't block it. I just love how unanimous this one is. So anyway, Dreamers Tango in the house, Shirazwan, and Chimpskey, Mind Tap Throw. As always, thank you for joining me, guys. In our, spell spot, we've got Snaps and Vapor Snags to clear the way for the few things that might be flying in our way. All 4 Preordain and Ponder. We got 3 Dispel main. This is here over a Counterspell, which is in our sideboard. If we have to bounce a big threat, then we bring in Counterspell so that we can counter it later, the little 1-2 dink dunk. But a lot of times what you end up doing with this Dispel is countering your own Snap or something else, so that if you've got 2 or 3 or hopefully 4 or more prowess triggers, which is very rare, but it does happen, you're starting to get Fire Blast damage with countering your own spell and such. We've got 4 Mutagenics, probably one of my favorite spells in all of Pauper. Everybody can play it. And this little gem, which is the card I'm sort of sitting inside of, Clout of the Dominus. I love this card. Protect your investment, get it out there. Ideally, you want to put it on the Infiltrator. A 4/2 with Shadow is nothing to sneeze at. In our sideboard, we're going pretty hard in the paint against red, as is usual with blue. We've got all 4 Hydroblasts, 3 blue Elemental Blasts, almost went to 4. Found this was enough. 2 Echoing Truth. You could run Curfew and such against Heroic Style or Hexproof, but I find the combat tricks and such with this and being able to just target a spell at the opportune time, as far as a Armadillo Cloak or something, and getting it out of there works just as well. Plus, we don't really want to be returning our stuff. We don't really have a come into play value. We have once it's out there value. 3 Counterspells, 2 Stormbound Geist, and this little forgotten gem a lot of people don't brew with. I think it's very underplayed. In the right deck, this can be a beast. You can equip this thing at instant speed for 2 blue, which you'll have plenty of when it's relevant, and it only equips for 1. Gives the creature Shroud. Pretty cool. Named Chimpskey with the card there. Who got the Clout? Well said. All right, so we're just going to jump on in here. I have I do have 2 new Infect lists using Embiggen, and I was going to bring those today. I had the best Thursday probably of my Magic life. I think I lost 1 game out of something crazy, 20 or 21 games. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to enter a league with this thing. And then, as you know, the very next day, being yesterday, Friday, I went 1-15. And so I was like, something needs to change here. But if you don't know, Embiggen is a +4/4 to any infect style creature, and is kind of acting like Invigorate Part 2. So it's pretty cool. And they're about 20 to 30 cents right now, and they just keep climbing. So I would recommend you, as of this broadcast, to go get them, because kind of a rare set. Okay, we're going to keep this hand. We've got a turn 4 nastiness with some, counter magic backup. It'd be really nice to top deck a Delver here. Yeah, that's it, Chimpskey. Thank you. Yeah, I was very tickled. So I liked it so much, I started playing Might of Old Crosha in my mono green and in my, yes, I'm going to say it, 5-color infect list that I'm fond of. It actually gets to all its colors pretty easily. I think I actually might be favoring the 5-color variant. But enough about that. We're focused on blue here. All right, let's see. Haha, we don't even need to do stuff. Look at this. For tempo's sake, and because our hand's pretty full, I'll just do this. Pull the jerk card. Boink. And here we go. I really don't like these back-to-back like this, but we'll take what we can get. Suspend 2 is pretty darn fast. Another turn, it'll be here. With haste, reminded. So I think that's one of the only broken suspend cards. It seems like it should have been suspend 3. So you have to remember they have haste, and with shadow, it's a nasty little card. I think it's bordering on awesome. All right, we got the BTE coming in the house. And boy, what year is this? We're having these little flashback episodes, right? This kind of feels like it's a 2007 Goblin list minus the BTE there. Burning Tree Emissary. We have Oktoberfest in our town. All the local pubs are putting on a collaborative come get drunk early and all day thing. So the wife and I are going to go attend the festivities. It should be pretty fun. I don't really want to do that on their turn. Let me throw this out. You know, I've got an opening now for that Clout to hit the Delver. I'm just not sure if it's... I think I'm going to do it just assuming we're not going to hit a... what do you call... another island. So don't want to play the Clout naked onto the Infiltrator that's coming into play next turn without Dispel backup. I guess I had it either way, right? Pauper again, I sent you an email. Yes, I did get that. They did a video pitting Pauper against Modern. Nice. Yeah, we do that at the kitchen table all the time. Speaking of kitchen tables, my boy is going to about his 4th RCQ. He's had a really bad run. I would take his mind and ability in any Magic outing, but just had one of those where I think the first time he went up against like some weird Merfolk rogue deck, like somebody like me showed up and just kind of ruined his day. Uh-oh, this is going to be over quick. Can't do much here. It's 11 damage. Holy crap. Boy, do we have to block here? I think we do. I think we have to block. I hate having to waste that, but I'm going to try to stay alive here. And then the other week he just ran into horrible draws. He's got all the mana fixing and everything. It's nothing wrong with the list, just one of those odd days. So it's about time for him to have a good outing. So I'm really pulling for him today. Okay, let's bounce some stuff so we can get a little bit of tempo back. I think we're going to lose this one. It's just, we're already at half life and we haven't really done much. I don't really want to return either of those. Let's play our Strix, I guess. At this point, we almost want them to use removal on our Shadow Dude. I know I brought it up before, but I think it was around 2009. I brought, back when Empty the Warrens was legal, I had a Kiln Fiend build with Lava Darts so that I could Lava Dart my own Empty the Warrens tokens. Very efficient list. Loved it. The won everything and lost, but I took it to I think it was a legacy event online. I mean, the grand total of it was like $12 or something at the time, and I won. Now, it was only 3 or 4 rounds back then, if I remember right, but man, that pissed some people off. So to your point, Mind Stab Throw. Showcasing the power of Pauper. We have lost. This is a no crunch coming over 5. Yep, that's right, Chimpskey. So cool to have, they sit there and they bring in their own Echoing Truth or Echoing Decay back then, because Empty the Warrens was everywhere. And you just zap and you get an extra storm / Kiln Fiend count, and yeah, makes you feel like a genius. You can call it no-brainer red, but it works. That's for sure. We're still in it. Not really. We'll do this. Untap this. I guess we kind of have to do that, right? We'll make it respectable. Boink. Get out of here, sucker. Makes you wonder with these efficient enter the play critters, it might be more valuable to swap our bounce for that, considering what our options are moving to game. We're not going to win this one. Taking 3 is almost impossible for us to win here. This is yeah, we're just going to ship it back here. Concede here. We'll go to game 2, see what we can do. Obviously, we're bringing in the hate package extraordinaire. All right. Shroud might be pretty good here. First off, hiya! Bring all of these in. Bloop. I'm not wild about the snaps or the Vapor Snags in this matchup. Right now, I'm just going to see what this feels like when we don't really have any sort of bouncy interaction, because we're going to have 7 kill cards. Might want to have 1 Echoing Truth, although I'm not quite sure. Stealthsuit would be pretty good here. I'm not going to be able to do anything with Geist, so I'm going to leave that back. And a Counterspell is just not mana efficient enough in this style matchup. I don't want to be paying 2 to stop a 1. Let's see how we do here. Red Wanderer, just passing by to say hi. Oh, all right. Good to have you with us. Woo. Hopefully you bring us some luck. All right. Yes, we want to play first. We didn't draw too badly there, but oh boy. We got a Preordain and a Delver. I'm going to keep this and our hate card. We just hit a land. We'll be fine. Now the question, right? I'm gonna go aggro and drop the Delver and just hope we get lucky. Even if we don't, if we turn over a land, we'll at least hit our land count. I've got the Mutagenic. Not that that's going to stop a lightning bolt, which is prominently displayed here usually. Okay, come on. Actually, I'm hoping for an island here. Do we get an island? A Delver of Secrets. No, not very secretive. Ratting on your friends there. All right, bring out a Ponder. Let's go find a land. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Bottom, bottom. Come on. Come on, list. Let's go. We got a Ponder to hopefully find our next land. Did they just... They have to have some sort of removal spell here. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Double check in. Yep, can't do nothing. Poof, but this couldn't start worse, huh? I was running so hot last night with this list, but I hadn't run into goblins, so pretty much worst matchup you can hope for. I mean, look at our sideboard. It'll tell you, right? Boink. All right. What do we have here? Ooh. Speaking of getting worse. Imagine if blue had a spell like that. Put this in a play. Add 2 blue. It does not have kicker. That suggests to me that they have another Bushwhacker in hand. They're just going after the sheer volume here. So, ouch. Boy, this really hurts. I'm going to play the Delver and pass. I'm I know there's a Bushwhacker in their hand. I don't see that play making much sense otherwise. Worst case scenario, we can keep our Delver alive or kill one of their BTEs. Yeah, the Cloud of Fairies. God, so remember that card. That was so brutal. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. To your point, that's exactly what it was, right? It's like what I was just saying, how, imagine if blue had that. They did. You're right. Enters the battlefield. Target creature gets plus 2/2 and gains haste until the end of turn. No. Guess my... I don't want some 4 coming at me. I'm going to take 2 anyway. So I'm going to block here since he's tapped out. And we'll have our Delver put on his big Schwarzenegger pants and go in with Mutagenic. Take the 2 either way, but we at least cut down on their real estate. Come on, flip, baby. Woo! All right. Boink. And up. All right. I'm going to ponder here. I'm really looking for another island. Cool, cool, cool. Don't really care about this other stuff. Boop. 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 No. Play the island. I'm going to play the Clout here. Bam. Now he can't really attack. So I'm going to ponder here. Or should I? Yeah, I'll ponder here. Oh, I like all of this. I really like this guy. I don't know why that last one always jumps over to the side here. No. So we draw that and have some protected dudes. All right. I'm just going to really respect the life here. We don't really have anything else coming up. Penguin Wrangler in the house. So I'm going to be playing pickleball tomorrow for the first time in about a month. It's probably my biggest break ever. Can't believe it. All right, we have Stem the Bleeding. Yeah, here comes the volume, right? That's a really good play there. Like when you play that second main, you don't have to rush it into just carnage, right? I'm going to wait to play the Clout. Yeah. Mind Stab, yeah. Temporal Fissure was a beast. Feels like we're just trying to lose slower the way I'm playing right now. I just really have to respect the Horde here. Starting to feel like I need Fade Away in this matchup, but it's just not the most opportune card. I mean, it's exactly opportune. It has to be the exact scenario where that can be good. Oh, just damn it. I was afraid of that. We can't kill too much. We're going to be taking a whole lot here. All right, I'll do the obvious here. Boom, boom. So we take 9. Ouch. All right. I'm going to play this out. This is not feeling good here. Giga Drowse, yeah, but that'd be a one turn deal. You want to get rid of this. That's why we're holding back, so we can at least force them to just keep trading, you know. I hate doing this because I don't even think I'm going to attack here. This is just all about, like, hopefully we find they run into a mana drought and we find all our Hydroblasts and such. But geez, we're just I hate. I mean, I could almost have them halfway if I had attacked, but we'd probably be at like 1 life here. I've got to respect the lightning bolt out of the. I've only seen 1 in the yard so far. Don't think we're getting out of this one. You don't really see goblins too much anymore. Oh my goodness. Boy, am I glad I didn't attack, huh? jeez. This is a bloodbath. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'll block here. Boy, they got lightning bolts. I'm screwed. Do I just eat it? Stop the bleeding here. Boom. Boom. Ugly. One bolt and I'm dead. Oh, my goblins. I did the blocking that way so that he has to attack with Dasher, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't just waited for main to do that, but whatever. All right. About the worst as it could start. Big deal. Lick our wounds, come back stronger. We got out aggroed. Blue trying to play aggro works quite a few times, especially with the tempo, but that was ugly. That's about a perfect scenario for goblins. Was that like double or triple bushwhacker both games? Yeah, you said it, Yawgmoth's bargain bin. Very, very flashbacky, but super effective too. You know, there's just such a low curve in red and so many ways to attack it that you know, you can't go wrong with efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, we got quite a bit here. I mean, if we really threw this snap like into the spot where it should be, which is kind of a free spell. Same with this, you know, and then we could move the Clout technically over to the 1-drop, which is probably how I should have had it set up to begin with. You start to see that we have a pretty low curve ourselves, stopping at 2, which is pretty typical for a lot of my lists, right? Wasn't fast enough that time. Would have helped if we saw a little bit of our sideboard. Well, we got a lot of bounce and a little critter. Oh boy, this is tough, but I'm on the draw. I'll keep this one right on the edge. I'd really like to have another creature instead of one of these snags or the Dispel, but we'll see. Might need all the lands we can get if this is what I think it is. All right. I'm going to anticipate the Thermokar's turn 2 and stop it from happening so we can at least develop. Yeah, the Dispels a lot of times for my own spells, as I was saying. Okay, there it is. I think I'll snap that on top of this. I'm just trying to out-tempo the tempo here. Boom, boom. Untap. And let's float this dude. Because if they're the deck I think they are, there's not much way they can deal with this thing. Dead debate. Thank you for the hype. Woo! I wish I had a little Ric Flair animated emote that comes up when everybody does that. Just look at the screen and go, woo! Might grab throw with it. Good times. Penguin Wrangler with it. We got a little train going on here. How many times can you cast an Arbor Elf by turn 3? The answer, 3. Yeah. All right. This makes me feel less naked. I will do this. We'll hang on to that Vapor Snag so it'll power up the Spellfist and company. I just love how clean that card is. Elusive Spellfist. If you do this, this creature can't be blocked. Doesn't have shadow, doesn't have flying, flanking, any trickery, just can't be blocked. It's like, write it down, big bold letters, front of the fridge. Directions even your brother could understand. Bad Hudson Hawk quote. All right, what do we have here? Skred? No. What should I use here? There's 3 permanents. Maybe I should wait for this. I'll use my... I don't like seeing Skred. That kind of scares me a little bit. I thought this was more of a Simic build, but it does say red on that sprawl. It's an ugly Utopia sprawl. Some of these art directions are just getting a little too crazy. There's an elegance to the game. I wish they would kind of keep the framework a little bit tighter. I like anime and that sort of thing a lot, but as anime, not in Magic. There's a few exceptions, but Oh. It kind of bugs me. Mainboard Dispel. That's right. I have done crazier things. Oh yeah, sucker? He still ain't dead. Take that. Crack. Take your 3 and give it to me. Got nothing on me. Woo! Let's go. I hope they have just a handful of land destruction here. Come on, show me an acid moss. All right. Bouncing, that's frustrating because they just get it back. But that's what we're going to do. Keep them tied up mana-wise. Yeah, those forests look nice. Everything but the sprawls look nice. 4th edition Unholy Strength art. The old pentagram. Oh my god, it's so offensive. Somebody drew something. I never understand humans when they get that overly sensitive. It's like, talk about sheltered. Alright, let's do this. Draw. Not what I wanted. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, we draw a land, and we're just going to get a land because of the initiative here. I can at least pretend it's a counterspell. All right. This is like the do-over deck, right? Just play this. Bounce it. This way we can still play a land and not look like we don't have a counterspell, which we all know I don't. The subterfuge is being revealed. Ah! Yeah, take your pentagram version and then draw another one on it just to really make the butt hurt people out there. Have to clutch their pearls all the harder, right? We can't start 0-2. This is a good deck. It's happening. We're getting out-tempoed. Hopefully those Skreds stay away. I think it might be worthy of... yeah, let's probably take out the Dispels for the Hydros. I love where your head's at, Dreamer's Tango. Almost made me spit up my coffee. Rituals do have their place, that's for sure. Oh boy. We need like a Ponder or Preordain into some really good stuff. Yeah, I don't think we're going to survive. Yikes. This is getting rough. Oh, come on, list. Really? Well, I probably wouldn't have attacked with both anyway, given our life totals where it's at. Pentagram stickers. Alrighty. We venture into the Undercity, and it's been a while. Let me look at this thing here. Oops, where is it? There it is. Hiya! Let's do the, I guess, Forge. Yeah. Forge? You put 2 on it, huh? That would let me survive there and trade. Do we just try to go all in with the other one? This is tough. I gotta be at 5. Oh yeah, this just wins next turn if they don't have a Skred. Because we're gonna be able to do the 5. Loss of life there. Glad I saw that. Lands, why? I know, we only have 17. We've got Ponder and Preordain, all 4 of, to kind of prevent this sort of thing. I have played cards like foil before, just to prevent this sort of scenario, which would be ideal here, but hey, magic happens. Yeah. Man, it's Oktoberfest here in town, and I really don't feel like having a beer. I'm sure that'll change in a few hours, especially if these beatings continue. I'll be like, where's the beer? Enough of this coffee stuff. I need a downer. Uh-oh. That's death. Yeah. Where's our bounce now, right? Oh, my goodness. That's just perfect. Look at that. We block a 6. He still comes over with like 14. Yowza. Crunch. Just in case my math is wrong. Dead. Crunch. We would have won next turn 5 with the Undercity, but hey, it's a game of turns. Woo! Yeah, and that was explosive with our screwing with it all the time, right? All right, I'm going to bring in Hydroblasts. I think I'm going to lose 1 Strix, 3 Dispel. It'd be really nice if my bounce shows... You know, I can't say that. I was picking on the land destruction angle because we're stuck at 2 for a while, so I was a little worried about that. There's some repetition here. I don't think it's really worth an Echoing Truth, though. Huh. I'm going to leave my Clouts as the spell of choice over the Stealthsuit. I think they're only running Screds for removal. And these are for the occasional Scred, but mostly for the 6/3 dude. Let me see what else I want to get rid of. Not those, not those, not those. Did I just run it back? Yowza. Let's get rid of 1 Clout. Oh, yeah. 1 Mutagenic. I'll bring in 2 Counterspells. Let's try that out. I want all my bouncies just for the combat tricks and the that big dino shows up and I've only got like a Delver. Yeah, I know it only buys a turn, but a lot of times it's all this needs. We've got Ponder and Preordain and Delver. We'll keep this. Hey, thank you for the raid there, Martzana. Very nice. Woo! Let's see if we can improve this hand by the next turn. Good to have you with us. New to PauperRBust. We really specialize in MTG spoofs, meaning like little fake commercials and stuff. So if you know anything about Magic the Gathering, go check out our YouTube playlist with all of our... We've got one of my very favorite promos coming up at the first break here. Probably the hardest edit I've ever done, which was taking one of the horse races here in the States and turning it all Magic themed. So we've got that as our first break. I was listening to that this morning and just blown away by my friend's talent that did the voiceover for it. No. Okay. This is where things get ugly. Let's Preordain first. No. Bottom. Land, please. Thank God. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to Ponder immediately. Both to set up that and... Oh, boy. They've got land destruction. I'm in a big time hurt here because that's going to be 3 turns before I get anything. I'm going to throw this all back and risk it. We've got 2 creatures in our hand. I just don't want there to be a Thermokar's turn 2, and then we don't see a land for 3 turns as we know we will. Yes, we want to shuffle. Okay, that's fine. Tempted to even attack here. I'd rather him get rid of that. Free damage. Why not? Maybe I overthought that, but I think that was a correct discipline play to prevent. Is this a Thermokarst? Nope. Jewel Thief. Okay. As long as I get to 3 lands, I don't really care about land destruction, but having that 2 is very crucial. Down goes Delver. I was like, where'd that red come from? And I forgot about the Jewel Thief. Woo! Okay. We need lands all the time. I'll bring this out. I always prefer to play the Infiltrator il-Kor first. And you drop the 2-drop with Prowess second, and then on turn 3 you can usually swing for 6 or 7 damage with any sort of tricks or tempo moves. We're both hurting for land. Yeah, screw Flood indeed. Flooded last game, screwed this one. This is about a 3-turn clock here. I gotta get things online. This helps quite a bit. This will help too. We'll bring out our Spellfist. Hopefully we just hit another island. I'd like to get double Spellfist out. That way if we can protect it, now only the Jewel Thief will be getting through. I do like that il-Kor Shadow Dude because it forces, you can't play defense on that, right? Just like, nope. You will do no defense. Holy Elves, Batman. Yowza. Okay. We've got 5 damage race against us. We're going to do 3 this turn. Land, land, land. Come on, give us a land. Click very closely, carefully, not closely. Closely too, I guess. Here, because that can get away from you, and I think it goes right to the yard if you don't choose it. It's been a long time since I've messed that up, so. Do I just flood the waters here? Something tells me to just go for it here. I'm going to do this and the Spellfist. Next turn we'll play defensively. I just want to get my board presence up. I mean, we pull like a, I hate to say it, a mutagenic at this point because it's going to hurt us too. But or if we get into some sort of counter fight, these Spellfists are going to get nice and big. Hopefully that Delver flips and they're not on a Skred. If our opponent knows what they're doing, they will target the Shadow Dude, but again, I don't know their list full on, so heck, a cast into fire would be really nasty here too. Triple block. I'm about to. Okay. Finally, our opponents aren't drawing gangbusters here. No on that. Really don't like seeing that. That's pretty close to a dead draw there. I'm going to play the Spellfist out, and we'll sit back on Hydroblast, and I'm going to triple block that Jewel Thief with our Spellfists. Yeah, no kidding. This is just elves and a cat rogue, right? This would be a good target for Embiggen. Not as good as Infect Critters, though. Those go for days. Woo! All right. We're doing damage. I sure wish this tripped the defensive stats. If it was 1-1, oh my goodness. From the Naruto or Naruto, I always say it wrong. My sons always laugh at me, but there was this character I really loved it was one of the very first, not too far into it because it's a behemoth of a show, but there was, I think his name was like Sansori or something, and he had this grandma. He was a puppet dude, and her name was Granny Choji. And I just love that character arc and the whole storyline between the showdown of the grandma and the grandson. Probably top 3 car animation moments ever for me. And but that prowess, Jeskai Elder, I think it's called, looks just like her. I always when I'm talking to my son, you know, I always say Granny Choji, and he knows what card I'm talking about. I always start there, but it never ends up making the cut. This doesn't have enough evasion for me. Yikes. I don't like this. We need some bounce. Big time. Don't be... Actually, be something red. I can at least interact with that. Good grief. Boy, do we need like a ponder. This is why we play Hydroblast, because I can just play it on anything and do the thing. Gosh, you know, maybe we just let this in. I think I need all the damage. If we topped like a ponder right now, the Delver would flip, which is kind of useless, but yeah, the Delver's kind of useless here. Damn. Well, that made it easy. Oh, you saw Prostate Pirate. Yeah, it's awesome. Hisoka for a Hunter X is another great one. I love that fight with the cards and the guy that can double himself. It's like, talk about doing as much as you can with the simplest technique. It's just like martial arts anime. I just love it. All right. Yes! Woo! Okay. They got double reach, so that's not that big of a deal. All right. So we're going to snap something. What shall it be? Do we have many flyers? We do not. What's the most efficient way we can do these things? We'll snap, Hydroblast, Counterspell our own stuff. So I'm going to do this here. I know this doesn't, you know, get rid of it. Let's get rid of this dude. We'll get a lightning bolt out of the deal. Again, this will really showcase why you should play Hydroblast over red elemental blasts and such. The way they're worded, we can target anything with these, and we will be needing to here. We will untap these two. We will hold down Control as we attempt to blow up, I don't know, a forest. In response, I'll counter my own spell. As our Spellfists grow quite large. The Spellfists can almost take them down by themselves. Good times. There's two cards in their hand. This might not be over. I'm just going to attack all out because I'm dead next turn anyway. Am I? No, I'm not. Boop, 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 boop. All these creatures and nothing can block. Oh no, is this red? Ooh, that hurts. Is that enough? I think it is. They're going to be at 1. Hi, yeah. For some reason, I thought that was a treasure token. I was more afraid of like a Hydroblast effect there, but I think we still got this. 6, 9. Maybe not. I don't think we have it. If they attack with everything here. That's 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they got us. God dang it. Oh, that was a frustrating loss. Fun, though. Very fun. Swing out. He's got us. Yeah. Trample makes the difference here. Ah, man. What a match. Good job, opponent. All right. That felt like a win, but it wasn't. Hydroblasting our own goodies there. Woo! All right, guys. I'm going to roll to our first break here. The Pauper Derby. Please sit back, grab popcorn, and enjoy this. This took so much time, and kudos to Jason Guy Tibbetts for the awesome VO. I'll be right back-o.
Welcome to the 16th Annual Pauper Derby. Infamous jockey Cooper the Red riding horse 11, Dead Wing. And they're all in line, ready for the start. Jace with the call.
And they're off. Una's Grace feared out at the break, and the filly Momentary Blink came out strongly leading the stampede. Weather the Storm and Skewer the Critics are right behind, and Shenanigans is fourth early on. Then Lightning Colt on the outside, dead weight outside of Gut Shot. Una's Grace is next. White Bordered Nightmare is racing 9 lengths from the front. Then Gleeful Sabotage on the inside and Bump in the Night. So Richard Garfield's horses are 1-2 into that first turn. Number 5, Weather the Storm is leading Skewer the Critics. By half a length, the opening quarter mile was slow, 24.48 seconds. Lightning Colt is third to the outside while going 3 wide on that turn. An epic confrontation on the rail is Momentary Blink, and number 3, Shenanigans, are between those two, racing just 3 lengths off the lead, as Skewer the Critic sticks his neck in front of the backstretch, taking over from Weather the Storm now. Lightning Colt and Shenanigans right there in contention. Momentary Blink 5th, and then Una's Grace on the outside. Gut Shot and White Bordered Nightmare sent through on the inside. Dead Weight and Bump in the Night. 47.65 was a half mile and an early vote now. Momentary Blink comes through on the inside of Skewer the Critics, and the two of them are now matching strides as they race for the far turn. The fillies in front, Momentary Blink by a neck. Skewer the Critics on the outside second. Lightning Cold is third. Shenanigans is coming under pressure. He has to do better. After that, in 5th position comes Gut Shot. 3/4 up in 111.24, and they're into the stretch, and it's Momentary Blink, the filly, and last year's winner, Skewer the Critics. They are nose to nose as they arrive at the final furlong. Momentary Blink digs into the rail. Skewer the Critics on the outside. These two putting on a show. Last year's winner and the filly, Momentary Blink inside, Skewer the Critics outside, then nose to nose all the way to the wire, and it's going to be a photo finish. The filly, Momentary Blink, wins. Skewer the Critics was with her on the wire, and Dead Weight was dead last. The final time was 1 minute 53 and 1.
Hope y'all enjoyed that. All right, refreshed, recaffeinated, keeping this, preordaining. Hopefully we find some more creatures. And here we go. Woo! Momentary Blink, that'll bring it back, right? Shows my age. Used to be like the card in Pauper. Like, how do you beat that? Started with Mono Black Control, Tendrils of Corruption. That was the first big dog on the block. It seemed like the top deck. How far we've come. A White Bordered Nightmare, yeah. Remember the old Mirages card with the horse's head? I do not, Jaredgel. Can you bring up which one you're referring to? Not red. That'd be neat. You know, forget who said it in oh yeah, Jaredgel said that about the too much red in the horsey metagame. It's like, hey man, simulates the current times, right? We've already got 2 bounces in our hand, so I'm gonna throw this on bottom. We'll bring up the Spellfist top, and good times. I think since we're up against either black or red, I'm gonna lead with the creature I like the least first, so probably the Sky Theater Strix. They get turned into dog food, Jaredgel. Yeah, maybe I should have played Frostburn Weird in this, right? Oh, that's fast. Okay, I see where you're at. Well, all that work's going to amount to not much because we're going to go boing. Normally, I would wait a little bit on this, but nope. Snap-o, change-o. Clicking very slowly. Let us change of plans. I'm going to do this. A lot of times these exhume lists are a little light on removal because they're all about kind of putting their plan into place. So I'm going to go like this, and that way if it does die, we can exhume it. Whew. We're going to go boing. Is that what I said? I think a good verb for my mouth would be diuretic. I just go and go and go. I'd make a terrible politician. I'd say something that would offend everybody. All right. Let's see if we can keep this dude alive. Looks like we're going to be able to. Land, please. Thank you, list. Wow, it's listening to me. It's amazing. Oh, just going to play it smart here. We're going to do this, and because we have an opening, I'm just going to make it protected for the rest of the game, unless an edict shows up or something. Maybe a, gosh, what's that one spell? Swirling Sandstorm? That could still take it out. Frost. I think it's Frost Burn. Well, that's a first. Never heard our neighbors rev their car engine right next to my window before. Hopefully that's not coming through on the mic, but probably a little bit. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Still up against red. I spoke too soon, but not as focused on removal as you would think. I always think there's only one way to build blue. It's like, no, this is another one. If you're aggro-minded like me, this is sometimes a lot more refreshing and synergistic. Fun. Definitely a weird card. I see what you did there. All right. The troll is back. Problem is, we've got another snag. Let's see another exhume. This is when you hope they have it, right? Okay. God, they might, the problem with bouncing this is they might concede. I'm kind of going all in here, so apologies for the noise outside. I think there's like some big construction project or something going on. Now that I remember, yesterday was pretty loud too. Oh boy, this just keeps getting worse and worse. All right, we'll snag here. Boing, double trigger. Once this thing gets kind of, or goes unmolested for a turn or two, it can win from out of nowhere. That's why we have so much counter magic. I'm just gonna play the Dominus here. Boop. Now this shuts off Mutagenic, which is a thing. But that's some pretty substantial damage, right? Double Sarah Angel in the skies. One of them unblockable. I'm so glad that they didn't quit. Probably 6, 7 with the Vapor Snag if another permanent shows up here. Are we going to finally write that rare thing that is the letter W? That last loss was fun, though. I had a lot of fun losing that match. Thought we had it, but man. Oh, the power of food, right? The power of food. All right. This is, what's this one called again? Was it Mogwarts or? Bounce that now. Oops. Don't concede. I really wish that was written in dark red, like concede, and way further away. It's like right in the middle. I think maybe twice in my history of playing online, I have done that where I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't mean to concede. Does that happen to any of you? I feel like that should not be that prominent. Okay. Snaps and stuff are really, really good. Dispel's really, really good. Oh boy, what do we... You know what? I think I'm going to just lose our... There's not too much hatred towards our stuff, so I'm going to lose 1 Clout, all 4 of those, and go pretty hard again with the with this plan. I don't know. I'll put this back. I think we just go 4 blasts. Yeah, it seems pretty synergistic. I guess all you really have to do is, you know, add your exhumes. If the troll shows up, he shows up. You can always bring back your persist, dude. I mean, it's expensive, costs the same, but alrighty. Yeah, we got bounce. So we got a lot. Hopefully this Delver, we're gonna keep this. We're on the draw. We got Preordain and Ponder in hand, so we shouldn't get marooned on lands here. I'd imagine they got rid of the exhume ideas. I would, so I'm going to assume my opponent does. Bounce heavy deck. This, believe it or not, even though we're down 2 games, this is pretty well positioned in, you know, the semi-serious tournament metagame right now because so much is that, you know, all that glitters, and bounce is so mean against it. Having eight spells main, 10 with the board can get pretty good. Yeah, we haven't even been streaming an hour. Look at this. I like this. Let's bring out the Delver, and hopefully we can see what's up. Live, damn it. It's a praying mantis. There is a 6/1 praying mantis, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't there? It has like hexproof or something. Am I making that up? All right. Well, maybe they just got rid of Exhume and they're keeping that for the mana accelerants. Probably. I'm on another little weird pseudo health kick. I started listening to this really cool podcast. Actually, let me give them a shout out because it's really good stuff. If you ever get really tired of dieting information, you know, every other week it's something that's good for you. There's one called Peak Human, Peakhuman. And this guy's just obsessed with no angles, no anything, just what works. And whether it's, you know, the old paleo diet craze, or he goes over all of that stuff, and it's really, really informative. And I'm just starting with baby steps right now, and for about the last 10 days, completely cutting all processed foods out. There's so much evidence coming in that that's what's causing all of these, especially here in the States. Every commercial you see is a drug commercial and such, and it's getting pretty ridiculous how inundated with problems we all seem to be. But down about 4 or 5 pounds in about 12 days-ish. Don't know if that's correlated. I would assume it is. I really need these lands, so I'm going to go this. I hate how that jumps down there. Nope, we don't want to do that. We'll play this. This is just going to be all development, man. I guess we preordain here. Why not get another one of those cards in our hand, right? Since I want them both. I'll say top. Just accelerate our acceleration. Is that a term? Woo! Yep, beer does have vitamins. Hey, man, not many preservatives in beer. That's... Yeah, exactly. That Oktoberfest, I'll gain it all back, right? Beer is like eating a loaf of bread, that's for sure. Yeah, definite. Well said there, Mind Step Throw. All right. Let's suspend here. Play the Delver. Next turn we'll do some stuff, I promise. I think that was kind of the optimal line there. Super naked against a combo list here. We're just like, you got it? Go for it. I'm just going to sit back and try to be the problem. At some point I have to establish some semblance of aggro here. I love this quote stuff you're doing there, Yargle. Imagine seeing that on some flavor text. Be like the impatient mage. Next turn we'll do something, I promise. That'd be the patient mage, right? Skirk showing up. Don't want to be bouncing that. At this stage of the game, I might have to favor that snag and just stand back. I don't remember saying that one. No worries, it's only a crusher. Seven. Yowza. I don't know how do you find these out? Does Twitch keep track of that? Sweet birds of Jesus. Oh, MTG bot. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I get for almost like never hanging out here. No on that. Okay. And here we go. Well, shoot. All right, so the little dude showed up. I'll play Spellfist, pass. I really need that Delver to flip, man. Come on now. Yeah, after all the time we've been doing this show, there's probably too many quotes to even go through, right? Man, this is a fast deck. We're already on game 3. Okay. He is showing up. Really, really, really want to find a Pyroblast. Very standard fare. Pretty predictable what's going on here. We're not able to apply much of any pressure. Hopefully it'll change this turn and we can come in for at least 6. Come on, flip, baby. Nope. Boink. That's okay, though. I forgive you, Delver. I like islands, too. I hoped he mana leaks this. I didn't even want to play it. 2016. Holy cow. I've been doing this too long. Nice little trip down memory lane. Thank you, everybody. What is he most likely to mess with? Let's see. Bring out another Spellfist. Or do I? I got to keep Vapor Snag up. I'm going to do this. And I'll play the Delver too. Going to have a Carnage turn if we can do anything here. Let me attack with these guys. Yeah. Who's adding these things? That is pretty funny. What a neat feature. Silly feature, but very neat. I guess it'll walk down memory lane, right? All right. They could easily have their own Pyroblast here. All right. There's that. Not much I can do in response here. Other than I just... I guess we let this resolve. Can I really do much about it? They don't pass priority. Bouncing it now is not going to do much of anything. I just got to hope that they don't. Good old little fight. He's on his way to Texas any day now. All right, this is when I do it. I'll snag right about now. Yeah, he could have just sacrificed the Putrid Goblin, though. And maybe we lose. Oh, when it's a 1, that's right. Yeah, but with the first day showing up, I wouldn't even get that chance, so. Let's see if they've got it. Now they can just replay that thing. I think we're going to a game 3 here. They don't always have it either. Yeah, I don't like to concede here because a lot of times they've got the combo, but they, oh, there it is. Okay. They showed it to me. Concede. Bloop. Yeah, I don't think that bouncing that, I mean, he would just do that in response. I think we're just screwed either way. Sideboard. Begin sideboarding. This is weird. That was odd. If it was my old PC, I'd be like, hey, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to respect this a little bit more this time. Let's take out the Dispels, and we'll just bring in the full helping of goodness gracious. Crunch. Smack. Gets back the 1/1, then it would not come back. Yes, but he cast first day of class before he even played the Goblin. That's what threw the order off for me, but feel free to keep me on my toes. Yes, I want to play first. All right, this is a very good hand. We'll keep this. We've got an early Delver, Infiltrator, Sky Theater, and then we'll sit back and do stuff. That's the very first slow up I've seen MTGO have since I've had my new PC, though. But it's nice knowing that it is MTGO's fault. It's not me. That was the big conundrum. It was like my PC would run great, my old one, all week, and then I would like when I would stream and do the combination of things, it would start hiccuping, and I'm like, ah. So I'd get all my doubts. You guys were there with me, and then the whole week it would run perfectly smooth, and I'm like, it's doing fine. It must be the other thing, but I have since proven that theory incorrect. Oh boy, we can't do this. We'll say no. That is not an instant or a sorcery. One of the only, what would you call it? Not a synergistic sort of role when that comes up. I mean, you could say that about lands and creatures too with Delver. I think we're having enough instants and such in here to warrant that being flipped a lot, but it has been kind of hiding from us, hasn't it? Phantasmal Bear, yeah. I like killing Phantasmal Bears with like Quarian Rangers. Done that a few times in my days. Phantasmal Beer. What would be the point, man? I guess for alcoholics or something, right? Phantasmal Beer. All right, let's see what we're gonna get here. Oh, no. Dang, I really don't like seeing that right now. Let's make sure this thing flips. I want to see that, and that. Boom. 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 Nope. Rock here. Not too worried yet. Shall I do that with that on top of that? Let me play the Strix here. Attack. When you're stuck alone on Desert Island, nice. Yeah, if Phantasmal Bear was a more prominent card, it's what I'm trying to do less of, is these outskirt ones where people are like, what was that? You know, it's like, because some of them can be such a far reach. Iresis was that way a little bit, you know. It's like, who plays with that? But then, thankfully, the new Phyrexia showed up and refreshed everybody's memory. But the trick now is, like, Standard Bearer Deodorant was a good one because everybody knows that card, you know. I still have to redo the VO for that. I mispronounced it for, what, 7 years or something? Oh, I don't like this. But our good stuff's coming next, as we all know. Snap. Okay, cool. Mind stab with the knowledge. All right. Come on, flip, Delver, flip. We know it is. Got Hydro on its way. I just hope it survives here. Are they going to use this token to spell the demise of Delver? Find out. If you're an NFL fan, God, it's never been a funner time to be a 49ers fan. They look unbeatable. there's just lightning in the bottle with that Brock Purdy kid. I still am kind of hesitant to say that, but it's like he's never lost a game that he's started and finished in, and it's just like there's so many more better quarterbacks, better athleticism, but for that system, he is just like a blank magic card. You just, I need an instant right now, and he does it. I need a run right, he does it. It's so amazing. Sorry to talk football, but all right, here we go. Suspend showing up. Okay, bloop. Clicking slowly on our upkeep. Lots of power showing up here. Yes. And draw. Woo! Let's do this. Put this on here. Do I let this go if he kills it? Don't have to worry about it now. Oh, I was so wrong on that, Chimpskey. I totally take ownership of that. I've never been that wrong on an MMA fight. I didn't even get the fight. Like I told you guys, I honestly didn't think Adesanya was going to even have a mark on his face. One or two grazers, I thought maybe. Fight game's a tricky thing. Yeah, this is like in the middle of the night. Got up to go to the bathroom, looked at my phone. I was like, what? And I spent the whole rest of the morning reading about it and going like, oh my God, what happened? It's a pretty quick clock here. Keep an Infiltrator back. In my opinion, what happened, I don't know. I think it was a combination of, that saying styles makes fights is a very strong thing. There are just some people that just have somebody's number and everything about them isn't as good, but this person just can do it. I think it was about 70% of that, and about 20%. I think a lot of the commentary is that Izzy didn't show up or he had an off day, and it's like, from what I've heard, he had an off day because he got cracked early and often, and Strickland was very, very good at just crowding him and kind of beating him to his own game there. So, all right, the counter magic comes through, so we're not going to be winless today. 1-2 as we go. Let's see if we can go for another W here. But yeah, that was just it's like rock, paper, scissors almost. You've got this really, really, really shiny rock, but over here is this piece of paper that's all kind of beat up with some holes in it, but it works every time. And that's a bad, what do you call a comparison, but felt like that. I like it, Mind Stab. So much of the fight game and most sports is mental, and you get it in your head that somebody's got your number or whatever, and then it's two people fighting you, including yourself, right? Mulligan this. For as athletic and back then physically gifted as I was as a young martial artist, my sensei, he was like 55, bordering on 60 most of the times, the era that we fought a lot. And God, that guy could just go for days. And I'm sitting there huffing and puffing, can't catch my breath, in top shape of my life, Oh, how I would like to have my 17 to 19-year-old body back. But, yeah, another one. I won't even count that one. But, yeah, Mr. Raposo was his name. He's really close to, he's either exited or hasn't. There's part of me that just doesn't want to know. But, fun. I mean, right up there with like Mr. Miyagi. It was like real life Mr. Miyagi. He taught karate. It was a Kalihi Kai, which was a jiu-jitsu variant based from Hawaii. We'll keep this. And he taught for a while. He had like an official gym when I first started training with him when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9. And then he went, which was really cool. He had a dojo built onto his house in the middle of, in the woods, dirt road and all that stuff. And It just felt so legit, you know, especially growing up in the 80s with all those movies and ninja movies and stuff. It was like, oh, I'm doing it. Oh, I did martial arts from about 6 to about 25. Taught it for about 2 years. Everything from jiu-jitsu to kempo to shotokan, a little bit of hapkido, a lot of jiu-jitsu. Before it was a thing. That's why, like, when the UFC came out, I was always like betting on Gracie. Oh, I've said this before, but it was just so funny because everybody was like, how's that little dude gonna win? I was like, because every fight goes to the ground. Alrighty. What's this dude on? I haven't even looked here. I'm not even paying attention. I'm gonna say bottom here. Bottom. Yeah. Start doing some stuff. Woo! Oh, and Chimpskey, seems like another lifetime ago, you know? Used to be all I really cared about. I really feel like I might have missed my some sort of window in junior high. I had a coach that just, so I'm very built for wrestling, like, and he was just like, sky's the limit, kiddo. And I hated it. Yet I liked jiu-jitsu. I think there was less chaos, more like thinking man's game in jiu-jitsu. But and had somebody told me it's very, very normal to get nerves and literally almost throw up before matches and stuff. I just thought there was something wrong with me, and I didn't like that feeling. I think it's pretty human. But maybe if I had a father figure in my life or something that kind of pushed me through that, I would have been able to stick with it, maybe get a scholarship or something. I don't know. That's assuming a lot. Yeah, I was always fascinated with combat sports. Yeah, I think I played this guy last night. This deck can get there. They're going to make me discard, if I remember right, with that new Netherworld something or other. Woo! You know, as much as has been said about jiu-jitsu, there's something to be said, too, about your typical karate. And if you are in a, like, alleyway and there's 2 or 3 people after you, give me karate any day of the week, because keeps people away. You can deal with multiple assailants. Jiu-jitsu, you tie somebody up, their friend comes and hits you with over the head with a bottle or something, and it's over. One-on-one jiu-jitsu is super advantageous, but every art has its aspects. The Wicked Visitor. I love that word. Wicked, just it's exactly what it sounds like. Always like that word. Just looks good. Oh, there's life gain. There is life gain. We have an opening without. You know what? Let's set up Delver as our as one of our guys here. Since the black is tapped here, we risk an edict style effect here, but I'm just going to throw this on here now. You can always mutagenic block. This reads, whenever an enchantment you control is put in the graveyard, each opponent loses a life. Dreamer Stingo quote. Now you practice the marital arts? Is that what it said? I always hear that about my wife and I. Just celebrated our all right, well, we like both of these. We'll say top our 24th anniversary. We've been together about 29 years total now and stuff, and I always hear, like, oh, marriage is hard work too. It's like, no, it isn't. for us anyway, like hanging out with your best friend, it's not much work at all. Her and I are turning into the same person. It's really creepy. We can know exactly the next phrase one of us is going to utter, and it is getting eerie. Guess we get rid of a mutagenic here. Heaven forbid anything happen to my wife. I don't think I would ever get back into the dating scene. I just seeing how crazy everything's app based, and somebody would probably have to set me up for anything to remotely happen. Yeah, bounce isn't always the answer, Mindstab. You are correct. Let's have Delver come first. We shall show Snap. Hey, good for you, Winfro. Yes, I want to reveal this. And here comes the pain. All right. Yeah. Clicking on this. Draw. Let's see. If I do this now, I'll get rid of it. I just want to maximize. I kind of want to instigate this black to do something here. I'll do something in response, you know, so I can play that Clout without any ill will. I mean, we can just empty our hand here. This does have Skyfisher, and if I remember the Aviary mechanic, I think it is. It does the same thing as Skyfisher, but it's a 2/2 critter. Okay, I'm liking this. What's happening? They are scrying. I'm not sure what's on the stack. Oh, it's this dude. Target creature gets -3/3. 5/5. Darn it. Bye-bye, Shadow Man. Spicy list. Where's our dispels? Keep dispels in. That's for sure. Dreamer. Untap. Alrighty. Oh, I can't do much else. Bring this out. Let's just stop any sort of attacks from happening or removal. Yeah, it's neat when somebody goes really hard in the paint with the new set. Sometimes, usually you go in with like 12 cards and you end up, okay, only this one it really survives after the new card smell wears off, but it's gonna be a close one. Able to gain just enough life and a bit of removal. Not too worried about 1/1s here. I was pretty impressed with this new set, the Wilds of Eldraine. I thought the theme was captured really, really well and a lot of good flavor text. I like that quote on Embiggen that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. It says, "Flea circus," or "Flea circus." He's like, "No, flea circus." Play on the FLEA or FLEE. That's it. And Chimpskey with it. Wicked Visitor is back. I actually have a funny bit of history about MTG Goldfish. Before Seth got that job, they offered it to me. I said no because I was pretty new into doing propaganda at the time, and I was like, too much work. Personally, I just can't stand that guy's voice. Nothing against him. Great for the community, but he's like up there with even worse than not Richard Garfield, Mark Rosewater. It's like styrofoam to my ears. like, is he joking? A lot of critters. Do I really even want this stuff, though? I guess I could do that and kill one of the dudes. Boom, boom, boom. I'll say we'll keep all this. Nah. Double speed? God, I would think on like quarter speed. Might sound like a real voice. Mute and use auto caption, yeah. I'm sure my voice rubs some people the wrong way, but I so remember that first time hearing it. I'm like, okay, when's this joke gonna end? It never did. All right, we're gonna lose something anyway, and 2 life, so we might as well stop shenanigans from happening here. Take that, sucker. Woo! Candy grapple. Is that in our future? Take 4. Prevent 4 combat damage, I guess, is the name of the game here. Normally don't mind playing Hellbent, but this deck usually likes to have a little bit of interaction, so it's hurting our theme a bit. If we draw any sort of like Preordain or Ponder, we win outside of another, well, even a Candy Grapple just doesn't do it. I think they know that too. Is there a, let's double check here. Enchantment is put in the graveyard, created blah, blah, blah. Is this an enchantment creature? No, it's just a nightmare. So I'm going to block Mr. Wicked here. What sort of devilry is happening here? All right. Boy, they really like this new set. 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If spell is bargained, destroy that creature instead. Well, it's going to die anyway. Typical white removal spell, right? Costs a little bit too much. Asks a little bit too much. Looks powerful, but in play, it's like, I lose a dude. As long as they're not gaining life, I'm fine. 5. We really need a Preordain, or we're going to lose to like a... Oh, God, Liz, come on now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They just have us here? We have to just sit back and play defense. We can't kill them. If we attack with either, we lose, so... Hopefully they're just stuck on another Candy Grapple with our Shroud creatures here. 17 lands and we draw one, darn it. Let's get a Ponder. That's what I say. Ponder, ponder, ponder. Yeah, again, no slight intended. It's just a personal preference with that vocal stuff I was talking about. A lot of hard work. And that's one of the reasons I turned it down. I was just like, wait a minute. I'm just starting this huge endeavor on my own, and I was like, good grief, it's such a commitment. There wasn't much on the monetary side of it either for what you spend. I was like, Ponderganda. Come on up, let's go. This is still game 1, I believe, isn't it? Looking at my sideboard for any... Okay, I'll give them to 16. Okay, there we go. We won't do nothing. It's like on a lot of these Star Wars style, space adventures or whatnot, and they always conveniently land on a planet where they don't need air, or it's like, oh, it's a good atmosphere. You know how rare that would be? And also languages. It's like all they need to do is take like some metal disc and put it on their voice, and that would just translate anything in the future. You just be like, yeah, you talk whatever, and you get the point across. I hate how languages are still a thing in the future. A lot of linguists say that languages are vanishing, trying to keep very good records of them, because everything in like maybe 700 or 800 more years is going to be like a mix of Chinese, English, and Spanish. Little hybrid. I'm fond of saying adios. I like it for the official. Oh, thank you, opponent. I guess they didn't really have too much of a choice there. This is an interesting little showdown. Come on, Ponder. All right. There's that. Can we still attack here? He comes at us with that, and that. I'm really afraid of that little life gain trigger with the cat and such, so I'm still going to stay back. That's right. We are in Ponderganda mode. Draw lands, opponent. Draw lands. Kudos to them, man. This is literally a Wilds of Eldraine list, and it's holding its own. It's either is impressive or says something about my list. Coward by wisdom. Don't really mind here. Boy, these clouts are good. I'm going to bring in our stealth suit, just so they just have no targets for a lot of this stuff. Can they sack that? I forgot if that's the one that... nope. Okay. That's what I'm afraid of. There's 2 more life. Good grief. He's got us. Lose the visitors, and the rats and the cat take us down. Look at that. Well done. All right. Off to the next game. It'd be really nice to have a snap or something, but cannot believe we lost that one. Let's right the ship, shall we? Echoing Truth would probably be pretty good. I wouldn't run more than that, though. I like the spells, too. I think I'm going to get rid of these. Let's rock like this. A hateful Eidolon. Whenever enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. How so? Seems like quite a bit of work to make that pay off there. Yeah, dead weight, far superior. Or the equivalent. What's that one with the vampire bonus? It's dead weight, but if you have a vampire, then it's +2/+2. One of these years, there'll be enough vampires to warrant something like that. Yeah, it's a good call on dead weight for that list. Similar to that clock list that I keep trying to make work. I got so many here. Oh, before I forget, double check our community tab page. I listed 2 dates in the next 2 months that I won't be available. Got a friend visiting, and then Halloween adventures up north takes me away towards the end of October too. But that's about it for the rest of the year as far as shows that won't happen. Speaking of not happening, I don't know if our opponent's showing up here. I'll go stare at something else while we wait. Boop. The Stealthsuit. Starts in a lot of builds, doesn't end up in many. Pretty good in this one, though. Why do I never see lists with Rhystic Study in them? Yeah, I've tried to make that work quite a bit. I think if the format was slower, you'd see a little bit more of it. I know Mystic Remora, when that was being played quite a bit, there were some lists that were bouncing around with that. But, hey, what happened here? There we are. Everything's going crazy. All right. Yep, we want to play first. We want to win first, too. Hey, look at that. Our sideboard showed up. We will keep this. Really like this hand. Hopefully our stuff lives. I can just bring out the Stealthsuit. Get a little flooded so I can just start using Counterspell magic to zip zap and throw it around. That suit doesn't look all that easy to get into. To be able to slip into it instantly. I know that's a pretty svelte individual, but pretty curvy. Maybe it's more of a liquid coating. Yeah, I like Moji's Favor a lot. That's very playable. Benefit and Destruction. All right, we'll favor the il-Kor here. Bring out that Stealthsuit. Hopefully Delver flips here, showing us a Preordain. Come on now. Bam. Preordain. There's that positive thinking. It will be wasted on us for now. We'll do that and attack. Thank you for showing up, Delver. It's nice when a science experiment goes sideways. Suit could be one that just auto fits on you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking towards the end there, Mind Stab. But if it was like, you know, a pair of pants or something, it's like, yeah, you try doing that at instant speed. I doubt it. Dip them in a vat of grease or something and then jump from 6 feet up, maybe. Dreamer Stingo. Maybe the blue man is lube. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Winfro, that's probably more what they meant. I like overthinking a lot of the artwork or cards and such. Oh, man. You got to go and do that. Huh? Do we snap our own critter? I might. I'd rather have the Delver out, right? Yo. I think I just play the Stealthsuit here. Will this lose us the game, tempo-wise? I'm not sure. I sure wish Shroud worked on stuff that was already enchanted. I wish I could take that back. I think Preordain there was the better pull because we could at least find a land and then still have that option. Yeah, that was a mini punt. Bad magic. Just knowing that the il-Kor is coming up next, I want to make sure it's protected. What on earth? Whenever enchantment you could pull in graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/1 counter on Savior of Sleeping. Yeah, I have a build that's wild. Actually, just so you don't think I'm telling tales out of school. Where is it? What is this? Where is it? Blitz, Blue Blitz 2. Where the hell did it go? But it has I don't want to lose our opponent. Shucks. There's a really cool enchantment in it too, but yeah, it does run Boggle. It's about 80% of this list. It's just everything blocks it. All right, let's play this dude out. Draw. Come on, give me a land. No. I'm going to preordain. Try to find a land. Ouch, we do not. Bottom, bottom. I want to guarantee I can slip that suit on. Stop all these shenanigans. Keep our dude safe. There was a fairies build that, what was that player's name? The Raging Flump. Back in like 2008, 2007. He had a Neurok Stealthsuit main. Made really good use of it. Different metagame, obviously. But I'm getting nervous. I shouldn't even be competitive, but we're drawing a little clunky and our opponent's got just enough removal and we have just enough few enough creatures that it's really making an impact here. What's this say again? We can't block or do anything, right? You can't do nothing. Can't attack or block. Unless it's controller pays 1 for each card in your hand. All right, well, we'll be able to do that eventually. Got to remember that. It's not that great. Okay. Shall we bounce the Delver? I'm going to bounce my own Delver here. Yep, he gets bigger. We'll do a little tempo move here. We'll bounce that. I know we don't really have any prowess triggers, but they just got so much removal of both colors that until I find Clout, I'm just going to try to ride this Infiltrator all the way home. All right. Preordain. We really need to hit a land here. Okay, I'll take them both. Top, top. He can't attack if I do that. There's a problem. So if I lead off with Spellfist, I've got a good blocker, but then it turns on his removal. So I'm going to actually go with the Shadow Dude, hoping that we find the other Clout. Or we can just throw the Stealth Suit on in response once we get our double dudes out. Double dudes. There was a magic card called Double Dudes. What? I guess that's just Vesuvian Doppelganger, right? Almost has to be a creature with that title. Oh, you're right. Man, Dreamer Stango is on it. Well done. I think that's how we win this game. Maybe we just don't play another creature. We just play with the Stealth Suit. So for 2 blue, we can just zap it on anything, right? I'm going to be drawing another land this turn, so maybe I play the Spellfist and then I can Stealth Suit it instantly. But boy, I'd really hate to lose my Shadow Dude to pull off one little trick like that. But Stealth Suit, what's neat about it, it acts, as long as you've got the resources, it acts like multiple copies. Because, you know, they do this, you're like zip, and then they do it over here and you're zip. Of course, you need 2 mana each time to do that, but it's pretty cool. Brothers Yamazaki. Okay, for some reason I thought we were really low on life. We have the goods. At this stage, they almost have to have removal, right? Land showing up. All right. Let's stick with that plan. 3 cards, I'm not too worried. Again, the instant ability of double blue to attach it to a creature I control. We shall try. I just really hope the Infiltrator lives through our little aha moment. Of course, we do have another one showing up next turn, so. Well, that's attack. Little Vapor Snag. Good times. Stealthsuit really shining right now in this game. Feels really good. A lot of times you can get a little too cutesy with your sideboard, but when you've been playing as long as me, you build up quite the archive of, hey, don't forget about that. And I usually don't. Good in some decks, bad in others, but in this one, really, really good. Okay, let's put it to work here. I mean, that's the reason we're playing it, right? Boop. I just hope he can't deal with the core, but we have another one showing up next, so. How's that for battlefield tricks? We're changing clothes. Maybe you could make a deck with 4 stealth suits and call it the dressing room. That was one thing that got me so mad at humanity during COVID was there was I forget what store it was, but it was like shopping for the kids' final high school year, and the dressing rooms were closed. I'm like, why exactly? Not like somebody's in there with you or whatever. And it was like, well, we're not going to buy anything because I don't want to spend 2 days bringing things back multiple times and stuff not fitting. It's just, if the aliens ever come after us, we're really going to have to coordinate a little bit better, people. It is neat, the zeitgeist of the world right now, how UFOs or aliens is now becoming like not as like laughable. It's like people are like, well, a lot of people coming forward in very high positions admitting stuff now, and it's like, wow, what a neat time to be alive. Stealthsuit showing up. That made the stream worth it, just that play. Love it. Crunch. Here we go. Okay, I'm slowly starting to feel more like a beer now. Remember the top of the show? I saw it, Shiraz. Yeah, that was a trip. I think that's more of a, as much as I want to believe, I think that's more of a like a statue or some sort of like art piece that was done and then just made. But apparently, it's got organic material or the remnants of it. But didn't look too credible. What shall we bounce? Need to bounce something. Let's do this guy. Boing! I'll lose a life and we just win, I think. If they have any tricks, we've got double tricks with double activation of the stealth suit here. We come over for 8, unblockable. All right, cool. That's how the first game should have gone, I would think, but stealth suit doing some work. Yeah, we got one Echoing Truth for those pesky cat tokens if they get out of hand. I think we're good. Let's run it back. Yeah, that's another thing. Now they're calling them UAPs or something. It's like, God, the control of the language is just gets me so upset here in the States. Just people keep changing the definitions of things and, you know, like homeless. I mean, you're without a home. Now it's like people, there's some like 2-sentence phrase now that they use, and it's just keep progressing right off a cliff. All right, we've got double flyer. We do have protection, so I'm going to keep this. I'm going to throw that Clout on that Delver immediately and just try to run it home. I don't know why they had to change UFOs to UAPs. It's like, it's just cuz. It's like we need new words. We need to confuse things further. Come on out, Delver. Woo! Yep, well said, Dreamer Stingo. It's almost like a justification for, like, you know, oh, I didn't believe in UFOs, but UAPs, oh, well, now I'm on board. It's like, what? It's so silly. We can always echoing truth that brainwash once we get the Clout going. What does this dude say again in here? That's got to be Therese Nelson. Yes, it is. Can't attack unless its controller plays 3. Boy, they're really into this ping 3 theme, aren't they? Hey, look at this. We're up by 3 minutes. That's a rarity when I'm streaming. I'm usually chattering too much. Is it really? Who uses brainwash, Chimpskey? Is that like a... yeah, I just can't even... Is it a Pioneer thing? One of those other bad formats? All the smarties are playing Pauper, right? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, now that you mention it, I don't know if I have any of those. I have like 4 of everything, but maybe not that. Watch it flips immediately. Nope. We'll play this Delver. We'll play the Clout right on top of it. I care more about this being protected than protecting it from... or than it flipping. Got about a 44% chance. Again, I'm completely making that number up. You make it a random number, not like 50, then it sounds like you know what you're talking about, right? You've really thought things through. Nobody says 20 people. It's like, no, 23. Then it's more believable. Mind Stab, where are you located, my friend? Canada, nice. I probably should have been Canadian. I love the northern climate. Like I said, most of my family tree is Swedish, so I don't like the heat. Although, I don't know who wins the totalitarian prize between New Zealand, Australia, and Canada when COVID lockdowns and stuff. Good Lord. That was like so Orwellian when all that was going down. It's really shocking. I was very glad to not be from there. Do I want to reveal this? I don't even know what I revealed. I was talking too much, so I'll say yes. I love Rainbow Stairwell. It's probably my second favorite format. Okay, we'll say no. Even though we already showed what we got, right? Okay, let's preordain here. Let's make sure these Delvers flip. I can always echoing truth something. Hey, this is pretty cool. We'll say top and then top. Shall I do it again? I'd rather use my mana than not use it. Alrighty. I'll say top. That way our Delvers flip. Can't really do anything here. always imagine too, I was thinking the other day, like imagine if COVID happened in 1984 after the book was published. Be like, what? That would have been a trip. What was really weird, enchant creature, whenever a creature dies, I've played around with that before. I remember that. Kind of chancy with when you know I'm playing bounce. What was really weird was right when all that pandemic just started happening, like the week it was just starting to be in the news a little bit, is the week that I made the Gray Merchant mask for like 2 shows. You remember that, Shiraz? That was a trip. The old life imitates, well, can't really say art. We were doing art at the time, but can't really think of a good analogy there. Ristic study of the regular Enchanted Tales version. Can you write the name of the card down or bring it up in the chat there? I'd be curious. I don't know why they didn't attack there. We want these Delvers to flip. We want land. We want all kinds of things. That one flood game, I'd be happy to have it back. Careful what I wish for. Brainwash. I think that's the first time that's been played. They're not your friends. They despise you. I'm the only one you can count on. Trust me. Speaking of COVID. Come on, opponent. Are they trying to lose on time? All right. Here we go. It's flipping time. Woo! Yes. Yes. All right. We will ponder here. Yay. I want that Clout. I'm going to throw all this back. We've already got the suit. I really need a land here. We've got plenty of creatures. I need to hit a land. Yes, we will shuffle. Land, please. Thank you, list. I love it when you listen to me. Do I play the suit here? I'm going to play Spellfist. No, it'll stay on there. But I can Echoing Truth it. It's just I want to make sure my stealth suit is alive and well when I do that. Is this on blocking too? Can't attack. Oh, we can block though, so maybe I'll just do that. Really want another island here, so I can start playing with my stealth suit. Yeah, protection from white style spell would work. But Shroud just looks at it now. Doesn't go back in time. Remember who targeted what. The tabby cat. Meow. They really captured the essence of a cat there. It's kind of ready to bolt, kind of chilling. You could picture its tail just kind of doing its thing. Playful killers. Yay, what's going on here? Destroy an enchantment. All of a sudden, I'm vulnerable. Yikes. There's so many new cards. We're having to read everything. Destroy target enchantment. If a permanent you control or token was destroyed this way, draw a card. Okay, well, bye-bye, Delver. Ugh, no. Are you going to do it? Toka beat. Yeah, in the background of that one. That is pretty cool. Okay. Suddenly, if it wasn't for the time, I'm getting a little worried here. I think it's Tale of Two Mana Bases, right? They got 5, we got 3. Stealthsuit, I need ya. Yeah, it was 30 and then it went to 25. I remember that. What's weird is if you challenge somebody to a one-on-one and you try to do all the right stats, it's like, I don't know, 50 minutes or something. It's like, wait a minute. Like when you want to have a rematch with somebody and you don't want anybody else to just jump in on accident. Probably a popular move by every Tortured Existence pilot ever, right? Come on, come on. I guess we're just going to win on time here. I will block this. I've got enough creatures that this is just a stall tactic at this point. I'm not going to be doing 16 damage in a turn here with 1 creature on board. They're really using average cards exceptionally well. Sometimes I get in that mood where I'm so into a deck and it just doesn't seem to be able to lose if I'm really into it. Oh, good. I'm glad I drew that. I'll play the suit. Always. We can just echoing truth these rats, right? Shall I do that? Let's just protect it now, hey? Oh, might as well wait for an instant speed trick, right? It's not like it's going to grant us any extra abilities. Maybe they'll use another card. Played Magic. And Winfro, no hanging out, but I got to scram. Oh, sorry I didn't catch that. Good to have you with us. As always, thanks everybody for joining me. Fun and frustrating would really encapsulate the day. Mostly the match-ups. Had a lot more varied metagame, and this was doing very well in keeping up with a lot of really good lists. Even Red, not the first game, but all those other games. I'll pull the trigger here and do this now. Boop. Looks like our opponent's going to time out, but kudos to Joslam. I think that's how you might pronounce their moniker. Doing a lot with very little. When you really focus in on a synergy, you can do a lot with it, that's for sure. He drew pretty clunky this last game. The second game is usually how the speed this thing runs, but what are you gonna do? So pull even as their time out. And yeah. Got one more match to go as we roll up here like this. Alrighty. I did not do that. Okay, let's just jump in here. We'll go here. Open up here. I swore. Did I play the Nevin Rolls disc commercial yet? I swore I did. I didn't mark it off though. It's one of our oldest ones. When we were first finding our footing. Nevin Rolls Disc and Spray. It was like some cleaner product that makes everything go away, not just cleaning dirt. All right. While we're waiting, let me see if I can find that other deck with the Boggle in it, because I swore. Gosh darn it. You know what? I feel bad. I remember deleting that now because I was like, this is jank. I'd like to play first. Yes. All right. We're going to keep this. It's one of those hands that if our stuff goes unmolested and we end up with 3 Spellfists out and we ponder, the game's over. But that's asking a lot. But if they have a lot of removal, that's fine. We've got 3 creatures, 1 way to protect them. Mana's good. We don't really need to see any more mana. Not going to fight it if it happens. I thought that was a Karoo land. I'm like, oops, I've done that once or twice. Bounce your land, first turn. Boing! This is probably going to be met with an edict. I'll save that Delver for turn 3 so we can at least double play something. Maximizing our mana potential. I was like, is this the same guy? Nope, it isn't. Another enchantment list. Look at this. This one looks a little far more serious. Slumbering Keep Guard. Solid new little addition there. Double Delver. I like that. Delver, and you know what? I'm going to favor a Delver here. Skyfishers might show up. That could be a problem. But a 4/3 will be a lot better than trading. Attack. See ya, Mindstab. Thanks for hanging, man. I know the show's going a little longer than I thought. I thought it'd be right about 2 hours. We're a little bit over right now. Last game, though. I love Okiba Rekna Raid. Ooh, yeah, this one looks like it's packing a lot more heat. This life gain might make the difference here if we don't start drawing like Ponder and Preordains to trigger some of this stuff. Good news is we've got good defense as long as we keep churning out creatures. Come on, Ponder. Ponder. Dispel? All right. Okay, take it. Not that good against an enchantment list, but whatever. That'd be funny if they came out with a spell that was just blue, instant, and it said target, target, permanent. That's all it did. Maybe draw a card, like a cantrip. Just be like the prowess move. Supreme. I've tried to make Grim Guardian and a few other builds similar to this one. Nice defensive body. Beautiful art. It's like poster worthy. It's interesting when they make beauty and black mix. It's like, whoa. It's grim and beautiful. Extra points. The bounce might be a factor here because they're paying quite a bit more mana for stuff. But how does this work again? This turns into a ethereal armor, but it's on a creature, right? Yeah. +1/1. But you got to stack. Get out of my way. I'm trying to do stuff here. Cost 3 to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty serious. Getting more and more serious as we go. It will be a 5/5. Really want to see an instant show up here. I really hate displaying like, hey, look what I drew. Oh, these Okibas are chewing us up. Look at this. I have to probably play that Spellfist and just block with it at this point. Their life gain is no joke. The life drain is even worse. Okay, we're going to lose Dispel for game 2. Hopefully only game 2. Yep, let's do it all here. We'll play the Spellfist for a blocker. We'll throw this on. I'm still going to stick to my guns with these favoring the insects. Get a triple trigger here. Boop-a-doop. Got a 2-turn clock. We'll attack with everything. Man, I wish I had a snap or something. All right, this is the turn. I'll probably have to block Keeper. This guy's going to get massive, so I'll be blocking him. 2 more life. We're going to have to gain a lot more than that to keep up with our stuff. Really hope we draw a Ponder or a Preordain. Notice how I keep saying that. Kind of really refuels the hand and gets that double prowess trigger going. But yeah, this is a lot more along the lines of an established list. However, that other opponent, it was like they were just playing block. So that was almost more impressive that they were able to do that. Mix that in with a little bit of clunky draws on my end, and yeah, had a pretty interesting game. BW again. This deck usually does 3-2-ish when I do take it out. I have taken it to a league or two. I don't think more than that. I do remember being even money or slightly better. Different metagames, though, a long time ago. I made this list out of, like, kind of thinking the phrase, damn it, fairies. You know, I was like, I don't have to play with those. I'm going to go find these other blue cards. That sucks. That's only going to take out a 1-1, but it might be the big one. Don't have a land. If they grab that last, I hope, yep. Is this going to do it? If they drop a land, they just have it here. Right? 3, 4, 5. Don't have a land. Did they already play a land? I'm talking too much and not paying attention. He needs 3 to trip that slumbering for the win. Boy, how good would a null be here, right? Yeah, it's a good point, Dreamer Stango. Whispers of the Muse. Yeah. Very expensive trigger. Might want to favor something like Ona's Grace. But that relies on other things, so you may be right. Given infinite mana, that is a very good call, my friend. Oh, I almost feel bad for them. I kind of want them to have the land, because that'd be a pretty epic finish, right? This really close game, and then BAM! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Maybe they have some trick with the enchantments. It does cost 3, right? Yeah, 2 and a white. That one I don't have committed to memory quite yet. Yeah, think twice. Another good shot. It's so hard to beat Ponder or Preordain. They technically do that. And fix. All right. What is this new devilry? Okay. I think we survive. We really need a spell. A spell and we win. Like a snap would be super ideal. Snap. 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 Snap or Ponder or Preordain. Ah, come on, list. We attack with everything. We will hit for 4. And then I think we will be dead. They know we have Dispel, so I'm going to hold this island, making them think that we have something relevant. We've got to go in for lethal, get rid of the Skyfisher here. But we hold these other guys back. Okay. It's nice when a Delver just beats down a Skyfisher. It's like, what? Looks up from an even higher perspective than the sky, like ozone layer. It's like, yeah, I see you down there. Hey, friends, W8, good to have you with us. Joining us late, my friend, but good to have you with us nonetheless. Oh no, it's another strange enchantment list that's gaining just enough life to keep in it and scare the crap out of me. What a great format. Well, friends, we're dead if they have a double removal. That should be pretty obvious. Ooh, that's getting scary. Oh man. Now we're dead to like a Skyfisher. Are we just dead here? All these triggers. What's happening here? That's 1/1. Okay. Any enchantment kills us. What a cool way to lose. Sir, I've taken the final decision to bring your White Infect Decklist to the Northern Pauper Open up here in the UK. Wish me luck. Oh, wow. All the luck in the world. That's awesome. Very, very cool. We're dead. How cool is this? I'm so happy. I'm just going to let him hit me. That was an awesome win. Good for them. Blue Jay, hats off to you, even though I don't wear one. What did we learn? Yeah, we should run Oriflex. All right, my note was to lose Dispel. That was horrible in that matchup. Echoing Truth. Could be. Stormbound Geist. I think I just want counter spells. I don't really want to be returning Okiba Gang. Let me bring in one of these and a hard counter, 2 hard counters. I think we'll rock like that. Let's do the Superstitious Shuffle. Yeah, curious, Franz, do you know the exact 75? Because I tried to make all that glitters work in it, and I think my original build is better. Very, very sketchy, but definitely make sure you got Bodyguards and Benevolent Blessing. And don't sleep on Orum's Cure. In this metagame, that really might be a main deck spot. If you could bring that up in the chat, Shiraz or Nim, I'd appreciate it. Want to play first? Yes. I kind of want Blue Jay to win. This is pretty sweet. That thing stops red all day long for nothing. As long as you got a plane and a critter out. We'll keep this. Yeah, I really like this hand. This is phenomenal. Like the ideal hand. Maybe a mutagenic main, but... All right, start off with a Delver. Turn 4 is going to be pretty nasty if we go unmolested here. Hopefully have a flip Delver, a Shadow Dude, and an unblockable Spellfist going... Best version of Kung Fu Theater and Pauper, right? Oh, man, that's a lot of card. Love Okiba Gang. 1 mana usually does 6 damage. And you're gaining life, you know. Yes. Hey, remember what I said what the perfect hand would be? Maybe with the exception of, we just drew it. Woo! Let's get our protection suite up pretty soon. We'll go looking for that next turn with Preordain, ignoring the prowess trigger of Spellfist for the efficiency of drawing into stuff we need. Makes my day knowing somebody in another part of the world is playing White Infect. Thank you, friends. And good luck to you. Next week, we will be playing an Infect. Like I said at the top of the show, Embiggen is available. Highly recommend you get on it quick. It's kind of like the new Invigorate. Okay, bye-bye, Island. We'll draw more of you. And Chimpskey's on it. Thank you, sir. Are we going to be too fast for our opponent this game? I hope so. Next turn's going to be fun. Before I commit, let me Preordain. I like the snag a lot there. I like both of these. Top. Play the dude. Ooh, boy, I hope our stuff is still all here. I don't want to see a journey. Even a Skyfisher's not that bad right now. Got to keep that life from racking up. If they keep getting stultified on their mana base, it might actually be the correct move to return Okiba, even though they do gain slow amounts of life, but that'll tie up their black mana all the more. Lessening the board. 30 cents at the moment. Interest, yeah. I got them about 4 days ago. I think they were like 15 cents. So yeah, it's... The word is out. I really wanted to bring that list today and show you guys, but like I said, it ran so hot. Both builds that I had the first day or two, and then yesterday it was just like... I even had my son just come and watch one of the opening hands. I'm like, what's this? You know, that positive thinking I was talking about, it was like the opposite. It was this cascade of negativity, and I kept looking for it, and then it kept showing up. I have to keep relearning that lesson. Discard a card. We've got Vapor Snag coming up. I'll get rid of Mutagenic. Okay. And a cool little list. The threat of that slumbering keep guard, is that its name? Yeah. That looms large. Click nice and slow here. We'll be returning that Skyfisher. We'll cast this. Yeah, Skyfisher guarantees 2 damage though. So does the raid. I just need it for the tempo though. Fascinating matchup. I really like this game. I really like most games. Who am I kidding? All right. Let's get this party started. I like they're tapped out, so whatever we want to do here is going to work. Ooh, this is pretty. Top. I think we just win here. Ponder. I wish we had multiple prowess dudes, but oh, this got colorful, huh? No to the shuffle. We will bounce Mr. Man here. Boing, no blockies for you. And 10 damage. Attack. Yeah. Let's do it on here. Two away from it working. Maybe they'll be less tempted to use the Nightmare now that we're hellbent. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, you're right, Chimpskey. I'm playing right into that, but even if I knew they had it, you gotta kind of go for it here. And for life right now, I would welcome, right? Kill themselves to get rid of a creature. They could have the new -2/2 Scry if they drop another swamp. Of course, that would kill their team too. So I doubt that's in the cards. Hadar. Again, they would need another land. Wouldn't have to be a swamp though. This is a nervous match. I like it. You just don't know. Obviously, we see a theme here with enchantments, but it's like, oh wait, do I have all of those committed to memory? I did not expect today to go off over 2 hours. This is a trip. This goes to a game 3. We might get closer to 3 hours. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Always trying to bring you something new and refreshing, because whenever I don't, the numbers crumble. Every time I play something typical, it's not what people tune in for. Extra giant propaganda. Yeah, with only that, I think they're debating whether they return a land to get extra value for their cards and set up a defensive front, but it's frustrating when you have 2 unblockable creatures. Well, only one truly, but it relies on a card. And if you cast a non-creature spell, the Spellfist gets 1/0 until the end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. That's a neat quote, too. Sounds like Avatar Airbender or something. Or like they said in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Obstacle. I love that movie. One of the best lines ever from George Clooney in that character. He's trying to buy his hair gel from that guy, the just super slow talking Southern guy, and he just, everything's come back next week or whatever. And he's like, well, Ain't this place a geographical oddity? It's 2 weeks from everywhere. I love that line. I should have won an award just for that sentence. Love what a wordsmith that character was, too. Thank you for that, Nim. All right, we go to 12. What sort of devilry's on our way? Is this just a slow concession? Are we headed to a game 3? Okay, there's a blocker. What are they? Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting play. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, that does it. Do I remember what the next card was? I know we just pondered. Did I look that deep? Yeah, they don't miss too much. Coen brothers. Did they do the Big Lebowski? I can't remember. All right, we love this draw. Preordain. Oh boy. Bottom top. Okay. That's why we play 8 of these. Because it's very, very fun. Win. Alrighty. Again, Echoing Truth is kind of there as a catch-all, but not against enchantments that want to keep being replayed like Skyfisher just proved. So let's do a Superstitious Shuffle. And put 1 Sky Theater in the middle of Ponders. That's never lost. We'll do that. This is it. Are we 2-3 or 3-2 on the day? I've seen some really good lists. If you're rewatching this later and you were one of my opponents today, kudos to all the builds. Even the block constructed one, that was fascinating. Too much coffee steam. I don't know if I mentioned that we bought 2 new pieces of art. They're gigantic. They're like 5 by 4 feet. They had a big art show here in town, and I was just this artist. His last name ends in Koff, too. I was like, what? But he passed about 14 years ago. But man, what an artist. We're keeping this. Like music, you just, boom, I like that. Want to see it every day of my life. How much? It all went to charity, too, so we can all feel good and pat ourselves on the back. All right, we will discard. You know what? I think I might want to discard Mutagenic here. Nah, Skyfisher's a thing. That's our worst creature. And if Skyfisher does show up and our Flip Delver bumps into it, I want to have somewhat of an answer. Okay, here's some good answers. Now what to do, right? As long as you Flip Delver, I got your back. Yeah, it's almost like a Rebecca Guay / Teresa Nielsen style that they have. Really, really cool. Wish I could show it to you guys, but it's just this old. It almost looks like a Russian Tsar couple, and they look a little despondent, and he's like pondering something, and it sounds boring, but man, what the paint captured was amazing. All right, we're gonna set up core here. I never regret doing this. We'll go find answers and ways to protect it in the next 2 turns. Maybe have a Flip Delver and a Spellfist as his friends showing up. Reminder to myself to play Ponder next turn no matter what. Hopefully, no, not no matter what. If I draw a land, then I will Spellfist, Delver, pass. What a game this is, everybody. Beautiful art, amazing worlds, quotes, entire just worlds. I hate to reuse the word. And a fascinating game that's never the same. It's amazing not everyone in the world's playing it. Guess we gotta get rid of this growth. Hopeless Nightmare doing some work, boy. Faux show. All right, ponder it is. Let's find an island. Yeah. Wow. All right, we're shipping this. I like all these spells, but God, I hate how it jumps down like that. Yes, I want to shuffle because I want to see a land. Thank you, list. Can we get a creature out, please? I don't know if we're going to win this one. Only got one creature out. I know we're going to have about 2 or 3 next turn, but I'm going to be at 14. We don't have any ways of gaining life. I think the biggest knock against Magic, especially when it came out, was it's just so amazingly different. You couldn't be like, oh, it's like this. It's like, it's not like anything. You turn these things sideways and that represents this, and you use this currency over and over again, and these resources, and fascinating. Still gets me to this day. Good God, how long have I been, what am I on, 30 years now? Yep, yeah. Happy to do this. Happy to do all of this. I don't want to get eaten apart with my hand going bye-bye via Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah, we'll attack. Well, let's go, mister. I ain't afraid of no slumber. Uh-oh. Oh! Crap. There goes our best critter. Opponent's got 1 card left, but they can scry on upkeep. Now 2 cards. We go to 12. Really don't want Rekner Raid to start showing up with the sky fishing shenanigans. Oh no! I think we're gonna lose this one, guys. Feels that way. Okay. Kind of happy about that. Ponder our Preordain. I can't remember what we, or if we have seen this far in. Boy, return anything and it just kind of hurts us, doesn't it? I guess we return Skyfisher. Man, they've got quite a few enchantments though. Maybe I just attack. God, they're at 20? Oh, we've lost. I'll play dumb like I don't remember this and hold back on Vapor Snag here. Want him to just do the mana sink and go all in with that Slumbering Keep Guard. Buy us a half a turn. Oh, I've never seen that emote before in Chimpskey. Not sure what it means. This keeps getting worse. Kudos to Blue Jay 567. This is a pretty cool little list. Good. Maybe it's fleshed out. You know, I'd like to think everything can be improved, but this is a pretty neat list. Blue Jay, if you watch PauperGander, if anybody knows you, send the list to paupergander@gmail.com, because I'm sure a lot of people in the chats are going to be like, what was that last deck list? And I won't be able to tell them unless you share it. And if it's your idea or not, because sometimes people do the thing. Here it goes. Let's see how big this gets just for, that's pretty impressive. Boing. I wish we could do this on offense. Vapor Snag's pretty good removal otherwise, but man, when you have prowess behind it, there's been plenty of games where Vapor Snag kills the person. People are prone to do stuff. We're just biding the time here. Oh, thanks, list. Thank you so much. I'm going to give it to them. They got us. 2-3 on the day. Very close last one. I don't think I was going to be able to pull that one off. Okiba was showing up. Yeah, land. Deck wasn't doing us too many favors there. That being said, though, I don't really... Maybe the Dispel spot. I've done everything here from Peak, which draws you a card and looks at the person's hand, or Piracy Charm. Been there plenty of times. Even thought of like Portent or Brainstorm sort of thing. But you know, the second you take that out, that's you start getting your stuff messed with before your protection suite shows up, and it's all she wrote. Yeah, maybe a null on the side. One less truth. Maybe even move the Stealthsuit main. I don't really mind seeing that in a lot of games. It's just nice when you have 4 or 5 mana. I don't think one of those main would be too bad. I even thought of like Muddle the Mixture so you could go find it, or pretty much all your other good stuff. I wish this had a converted mana cost of 2, but it doesn't. But yeah, after today, you're right. Oroflux would be a very good addition, and I think I will put it in there. We would have to pay for our own Clout that way, but we could always side that out and lean more on the suit, but don't think it's going to be that big of an issue moving forward. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go out with an oldie but goodie in Nevinyrral's Disc because I can't remember if I played it or not, so I'll just play it at the end of the show so I can cross it off my list for next week. We'll be back next week, almost promise, with Infect, and till then, everybody, adios, play lots of Pauper, and we'll see you next time.
Honey, I just can't get this darn thing clean.
Well, Boop, have you tried Nevinyrral's Disc and Shine?
What's that?
Nevinyrral Disc and Shine for that apocalyptic clean. Longer lasting shine. Maybe forever.
Nevinyrral's products available at all Singer Superstores. Product made Super Evil. Nevinyrral's products not responsible for actual apocalypse.